welcome to our 1 week video. This is Mama Virgo, oh baby girl, and she is a pro. This is her third or fourth, let me see, this is her third litter, and she is just naturally wonderful at it. She is a purebred Siberian Husky. She is an awesome mom. I'm very proud of her. Our puppies have made it to 1 week. So this is our 1 week video, and she's done an awesome job of getting them nice and fat. That is what I love about Husky puppies the most, is how fat they are. I just want to pet them, but they're sleeping, so I usually like to wait for them to wake up before mom's ready to feed them. So let's just give some general information on week 1. Oh, and she's doing a good thing right here, because her bottles that were emptied on the top side, she actually just rolled over so they could get the bottom nipples. And she loves her babies. Yeah, she's a good mama. And she's gorgeous. She's just absolutely gorgeous. She's got little freckles. That's her female bloodline. Their little emblem is the white face with the little freckles. So she does have a sister, or 2 sisters, one red and one traditional black and white like her. Oh goodness! So I do have a new dad, so I'll show you him on another video. But he throws a lot of these almost fawn. They're technically considered reds, but they're actually more gray. Oh, look at how fat they are. I just love fat little puppies. Oh, no, bye-bye. And she's going to make sure he's good, because she's just a good mom. He's all cuddled up under the blanket. I just want to pet him so much. So mom's going to do most of the work. She's going to make sure they get enough to eat. She's going to clean them. She's going to lick them to stimulate them urinating and defecating. So she's literally going to be taking care of them 100% from now until about 4 weeks, where we start to, depending on how big they get and how hungry they are, the earliest I've introduced additional protein to their diet is, I believe, like 3.5 weeks, but it's usually about 4 weeks you want to start introducing diet. So we'll have a whole episode on how to feed your mom and your puppies. But as of now, week 1, she's been doing all the hard work herself. She had 8 healthy puppies. All 8 made it. The first week, you really want to make sure they stay warm. So I have heaters that you can't see on camera. I do have heat coming in here to stay at a nice warm temperature. I could wear shorts in this temperature in a tank top, or I could wear a swimsuit in this temperature. It's that warm. So you always want to make sure you do a little temp check. And you want to feel the warmth of the puppies. If they feel cold to you, you need to get some more heat on them. Certain breeds do better in incubators, but these are Huskies. And the cool thing about Huskies is they actually like it cold. It'll be negative 11 degrees outside, and they'll want to play and sleep in the snow. I'll go give them breakfast in the morning, and they'll have icicles on their coat, and their tails are wagging, and their smiles are huge, and they're the happiest dogs in the world. You get to be like 80 degrees, 90 degrees in the summer, and they're looking at me like, help. So Huskies do really good in cold weather. You will notice sometimes in some of her videos, she'll actually move the blanket out and lay on the plastic because it's cooler, and she's trying to cool off. And you'll even notice sometimes the puppies like to they get to the cool spot, and then they'll just kind of crash out. Because sometimes they like to be cool. Oh, you're just so cute. Hi, baby. And so this is a little boy. Let's see here. But, yeah, so Huskies do like a little bit cooler. If you notice that your mom, if you have the heat on them and your mom's just like overly panting and can't get comfortable, you might have it too hot for a Husky mom. Now, other moms are really good with warmer temperatures, so they'll be loving it. Maybe they say turn it up. But my Husky mama, they don't like it too hot. Neither do the pups. But Huskies are also really great like that because they do all the work themselves. You barely ever have to intervene. You just really have to make sure that the puppies have a safe, warm environment. You will have to be careful that they get stuck in blanketing. Sometimes they chew holes in they nest and chew holes in the blanketing, and the puppies can get caught in there. So you want to make sure you try to find fabrics that are like this, that don't have holes or spots where they could chew, but they do sometimes, huh, Mama? I like quilts because they're nice and heavy, and they're usually multi-layered. But then again, this is also not on the hardwood floor. We're actually on a rug, a blanket on a rug. So there's already some padding underneath this. And you know, you will find the little ornery husky puppy that likes to go weird places like behind mom's butt. Oh yes, and let's get a good look at this fatty right here. Oh yeah. He swears he's stuck. So this is what you call, they look chocolate, but this is an actual red. So if you'll see this beautiful color, see, it's a beautiful baby. This one likes to get away a lot. See how chocolate brown that coat is in comparison to this color here, or even the black and white ones here? I'm sorry, Mama, here. It's a beautiful chocolate color. She said, put my baby down. What are you doing? What are you doing, my baby? It's a beautiful chocolate color. And I've done and woke him up on her. She's going to get some water. Whereas this is more of a gray color. Those are red. And then these other ones here are the traditional black and white. So these two right here and this one behind me are going to look like mom. And these two right here are going to be grays. And this one and these two chocolate ones are going to be reds. Now, technically, I think they consider the grays still reds, but I think they have a whole different color. They're more like light gray wolf-looking dogs, whereas the reds are like her sister. You'll get to see Cardi, named after Cardi B. This is Virgo. Her sisters are Venti and Cardi. I forgot what I was going to say. They're so cute. Look at this fatty. He's so adorable. This is a little boy. Oh, little boy. Yeah, there's your little boy. This one's just crashed out. So they're just like, in the first week, they're just like newborn babies. You have to make sure that they latch onto the nipple. You have to make sure that they're nursing. You have to make sure that they're all gaining the same weight at the same time. If you see one of the puppies getting smaller than the rest, it's probably not getting enough milk, and that's kind of how they turn into the runts. But I really don't feel like there's really ever a runt, just sometimes a little bit smaller one if they're all eating equally. So if you do have the problem where you get a really small one, it's not getting enough milk and you need to maybe take the fatter ones off the nipple and put the smaller ones on the nipple and just try to make it to where it's looking for mama. Make it to where, why are you going behind your mom? Come here. You know you're gonna get stuck. You know you're gonna get stuck. Oh yeah, that's a fatty. See how fat they are? Was that a puppy? No? Yeah, okay, there you go. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, good girl. So she's kind of cut off her nipples. She's like, you guys have eaten enough. Let me fill back up. So they're kind of just like newborns. You just have to make sure. This one is so fat. Look at them. They can barely move around, but their tails wag. When they're eating, they're so happy. And I haven't had any chocolate ones or reds for a while, so I'm pretty happy I got 2 really good chocolate colors in this litter. She has just gorgeous puppies. She's a gorgeous dog. So, you want to make sure that they're nursing enough. And when you have big puppies, you got 10 bottles, so you really have enough to feed them all at the same time, but you want to keep some, as you'll notice, she'll have some nurse, and then others sleep, and then they'll kind of switch roles. So she's found herself a nice, comfortable, cool space, and I'll leave her alone here in a minute to get some rest. So in the first week, you want to make sure mom gets enough protein. So I'll show you how much protein I give her. I give her a mix between a dry puppy, a canned puppy, and I even throw in eggs in there sometimes if they have You know, if they only have like a litter of 4 and they got 10 nipples, I probably won't. I usually don't use the extra egg, but when they got like 5 or more, I'll usually throw in a little bit of extra protein just with a raw egg in there if it doesn't upset their stomach too much. So I'll show you all that in another video of how I do their feeding. But you want to make sure, number 1, mom is getting enough food. Number 2, the puppies are getting enough milk and nutrition. And number 3, the puppies are warm enough. And number 4, they don't get stuck in the bedding at night or in the middle of the day or at any time, because puppies will wander off. Right now, they only have a few senses, and that's the sense of smell, or their eyes are closed. And when they first are born, all they can do is smell mom. So they go around. You can still see now that they do everything off their nose. So as they wake up, see how this one right here, smelling the world. And they'll actually smell all the way to the nipple. They can scent that. They can scent the mom. So you want to try not to touch her nipples, okay? If you have any scents or oils on your hands and you're touching her mammary glands, you could actually off-scent the nipples, and the puppies might have a harder time finding where they're supposed to nurse. So I just make it a rule. I still just, pet her ears and her neck and her little chest here, the spots that she likes, and I try not to touch her nipples at all. And I definitely don't like to contaminate her bedding with another dog's bedding, so I'll make sure my clothes are clean when I come in here and my hands are washed. Just good hygiene. Week 1, number 4, is you want to make sure they don't catch a disease. So hence, that's why you want to make sure that they get plenty of milk, plenty of heat, and a clean, uncontaminated bedding. And mom will do the rest. So I hope these tips have helped. I hope you've enjoyed watching them grow in week 1. I'll have to come up with a name for this litter. But she is an awesome mom, and she does a great job. She does most of the work. I just make sure that she's cool. And you want to keep them nursing so that she keeps making milk. And you also don't want her to leave the puppies alone for too long. So usually they don't like staying away from the puppies at first. But as they get bigger, they'll want to stay away more and more. And you want to keep them away more and more just so the puppies can slowly become big puppies. And then when they get bigger, you can play with them more. So I even try not to touch them. I'll only, with clean hands, make sure I pick them up and help her out when she needs it. But for the most part, I won't even try to handle them. But they've made it to week 1, so they're all fat and healthy. Look at that little belly. This is the doggy, and that's the belly. They're so fat and they're so cute. So she's done. She gets an A. She gets an A+, and we'll catch you on week 2.